my name is Amber Dawson. I am going to talk about why you should consider being a caregiver before going to nursing school. I am currently working as a caregiver for people with disabilities and mental disorders. I chose to pursue this job because my aim is to become a nurse. When you're looking to go to nursing school, you hear about how demanding and scary nursing school is. So if that 4-year commitment is so demanding and scary, I better be sure this is the right job for me. And I figured the more experience I have before getting into the nursing program, the better off I'll be when it comes to those big, scary clinicals in the hospitals. While there are many reasons why you should try being a caregiver before going to nursing school, today I'm only going to talk about 3. The first point would be about work experience, which would lead to the second point, eliminating any doubts you might have. And last but not least, the financial benefits of working before committing to 4 years of school. Work experience will give you many advantages in nursing school. Clinical practice will be easier because you will already know how to administer medication, reposition patients, and manage your time. You would also have a general idea on how to chart, which is important because if you didn't chart it, it didn't happen. You'll learn how to understand patients who don't speak clearly, which to some people can be like listening to a foreign language. This is something that can benefit you once you're in nursing school, especially once you're a nurse. Sometimes when people aren't feeling well, their speech can slur, they can forget their words, and sometimes they can barely form a sentence. Being able to understand someone who's having trouble talking makes things easier for them and saves sometimes precious time. You'll learn how important it is to maintain your patient's dignity. To have respect for someone in a position that they can't care for themselves is a big deal in this type of job. When you're a caregiver, this is everyday life for your patient. They may need help with everyday tasks that you and I take for granted, such as eating, walking, or taking a shower. You'll learn not only to appreciate your own independence, but the lack of their independence. Once you're a nurse, you'll be seeing patients that could be on the worst day of their lives. It is rare that somebody goes to the hospital for good news. So unless you're going to end up being one of the lucky nurses on the maternity ward, you'll be thankful and respect in advance to learn the respect for the fact that others might need help while today might be the worst day of their life. Once you learn this, you can't unlearn it, and it's something that will go a long way for you, your patients, and anyone else involved in their care. Having this work experience also means that you'll be more comfortable in a crisis. Not that anyone's ever really comfortable in a crisis, but if you learn to get over the panicking sensation, you'll excel in nursing school. If you've never seen a person seizure, being a caregiver, especially to people with disabilities, will guarantee you'll learn how to react in this type of situation. Witnessing something like a seizure or any other crisis that could be life or death is very scary. But each time you learn to be more calm and to keep your wits about you. Instructors in nursing school love a nursing student who can function under pressure in high stress situations like this. All of these things combined means having this type of work experience can make things easier in clinicals and be beneficial to you and your patients. Now we'll talk about eliminating doubts. You think you want to become a nurse, but sometimes knowing what you want to do with the rest of your life is not easy. Sometimes it's downright scary to say that you're going to commit to a job that you really might know nothing about. There are people who get into nursing school just to find out it really isn't what they expected. Sometimes without work experience, it's hard to know if this is the job you would enjoy or if it's the job you would expect it to be. Being a caregiver will give you a general idea of what you expect in this role, what the expectations are of you, what the job specifically entails, and exactly what you'll be responsible for. You'll learn if you're passionate about caring for and being responsible for other people. If you end up liking it, you can be sure you will enjoy nursing. When I started out as a caregiver, I was overwhelmed, scared, and I felt lost in general. I felt like I had no idea what I was doing, that I worried that I'd hurt someone somehow. I felt like I never understood anything, and it was hopeless. I had been vomited on, I had been pooped on, I had run over my own feet with wheelchairs multiple times. I've had my fair share of mishaps, but within 6 months of having this job, my confidence began to grow. I started to understand why we do things and the way we do them, and I really felt that I was in the right place. Now I know this is the right path for me. So now that we have talked about work experience and eliminating doubts, we're going to move on to the financial benefits. You will earn an hourly wage to find out what the job entails and if it's right for you. If it isn't right for you, you didn't lose anything. You can quit the job and move along to something else. You haven't committed to 4 years of school and loans to find out that you don't like this type of work. But if this is the job for you, you're making money while getting this experience. Making money before going to school gives you an opportunity to save money. Saving money could benefit you because there are expenses before nursing school even begins, such as first aid and CPR classes, vaccinations, and purchasing supplies like stethoscopes, uniforms, and shoes. And yes, you'll have to buy all of this before school even begins and before student loans are even in your bank account. Using some of that money towards books and supplies that you'll need for nursing school is beneficial. In total so far, I've spent about $1,500 for all of my vaccinations, supplies, and uniforms. You'll be thankful you saved your money because let's face it, you don't want to be that starving student. When you look at everything we've talked about today, you'll see that you have the work experience, you'll learn some valuable lessons, and how to control your reactions in scary situations. You'll find out if this is right for you, and saving some of your income will help you when it comes to getting into school. Thank you.